Allow me to read the eulogy or the history of the late Right Reverend Linus Okok Okwach, Bishop Emeritus of the Catholic Diocese of Homabay. With a quote, Shakespeare says, "You know, it is common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity." The early life of Right Reverend Linus Okok Okwach. The Right Reverend Linus Okok Okwach was born on 20th October 1952 in the Ojola village, Ojola Catholic Parish, Kisumu Archdiocese, Kisumu County. He was the firstborn son of the late Mzee Martin Okwach and the late Mama Wilfrida Otieno. He was a brother to Pascalia Adhiambo, Cleophas Onyango, Francisca Akomo, Arnolda Ajuang, Bernard Odhiambo, Joseph Oindo, and George Oduor. His education: Bishop Linus attended Ojola Primary School between 1961 and 1965. He then moved to St. Peter's Seminary for Standard 6 from 1966. He proceeded to St. Peter's Minor Seminary for Form 1 in 1968. Then he was transferred to Tindinho College for Form 2 in 1969. Between 1970 and 71, he came back to St. Peter's for Form 2 to 4. He did his A-levels, that is Form 5 and 6, at Mabanga College between 1972 and 1973. In 1974, he was sent to St. Thomas Aquinas Seminary for spiritual orientation. In 1975, he joined St. Augustine Major Seminary in Bungoma, where he graduated with diploma in philosophy and religious studies. That was in 1976. He later proceeded to St. Thomas Aquinas Major Seminary, Nairobi, for another diploma in theology and graduated in 1980. In 1987, he joined CHAIR, the Catholic Higher Institute of East Africa, now known as 𝐿𝐤𝐴 Catholic University of Eastern Africa. He graduated with licentiate, that's master's, in liturgy in 1989. He was later sent for further studies in the Catholic University of America in 1993. His vocation to priesthood. The bishop's journey to priesthood was inspired by a renowned catechist at St. Teresa Cathedral, Kibuye, the late Anton Obunga, and by Reverend Father Pascal Olal, the then parish priest of St. Teresa's Cathedral, Kibuye. His father was a chief of the area, and also his mother as well. They were together very happy with his intention to become a priest. The Right Reverend Linus was ordained a priest on 10th December 1980 by Most Reverend 𝐒𝐤𝐳𝐲. After his ordination, he served in Sega Parish, Madiang Parish, Chiga Parish. He also served at St. Gabriel's Minor Seminary as a rector in 1986 and a visiting lecturer at St. Matthias Mulumba Major Seminary Tindinho between 1991 and 1993. His Episcopal ministry. Bishop Linus was appointed the first and founding bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Homabay by Pope John Paul II, now St. John Paul II, on 18th October 1993. He was consecrated bishop on 31st December 1993 by Cardinal Joseph Tomko, the then prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, assisted by other bishops and archbishops. His episcopal ministry was guided by the motto, "Here I am, Lord, send me," from Isaiah chapter 6, verses 8. He served for 9 years and then became Bishop Emeritus of Homa Bay Diocese in 2002. He then resided in the Archdiocese of Kisumu until his demise on 12th September 2020. His life in Kisumu Archdiocese after retirement. While in Kisumu, he was actively involved in pastoral work and social development in the Archdiocese. He assisted then Archbishop of Kisumu, Most Reverend 𝐒𝐤𝐵 Okoth, and the current Archbishop of Kisumu, Most Reverend Philip Anyolo, to visit parishes and institutions to administer the sacrament of confirmation. He also gave seminars towards capacity building in church leadership for empowering our laity in the parishes. He did this with devotion and passion. He supervised the construction of �𝐤𝐵𝐼𝐻 University right from the time of inception. He saw the construction of the main blocks at the university, and the clergy, religious men and women, and the entire people of God in Kisumu are proud of his zeal and sacrifices that saw the establishment of high-class infrastructures at 𝐿𝐤𝐵𝐼𝐻 University. Illness and passing on. The late Bishop Emeritus Linus fell down at his residence in 2019 and injured his back. He never stood up or walked again since that fall. 3 weeks before his death, he was admitted to St. Monica Hospital in Kisumu on account of complications of his illness. He died peacefully in hospital on 12th September 2020 after receiving the anointing of the sick from His Grace 𝐻𝐤𝐵𝐼𝐻 Okoth, Archbishop Emeritus of Kisumu. Memories. The late Bishop Emeritus had big dreams for this diocese, the Diocese of Homa Bay, especially in the area of pastoral and human development, which will live beyond his death. Guided by his Episcopal motto, "Here I am, send me, Lord," the late bishop led a very simple life. He used the old car, which he probably used in Kisumu as a priest, so he borrowed it from Kisumu as he came to start the newly created diocese. And even in this diocese, he didn't have a house, so an old parish house was renovated for him. So he borrowed it from the Homa Bay town parish and used it as an office, his kitchen, dining, bedroom, throughout his service in Homa Bay. Actually, just a footnote, at some stage, if you wanted to see him, if you had an appointment with him, there was no need to knock a door because the door was always open. The office was so small that he could not fit in it himself. So you could see the feet from far and say the bishop must be in. So you just get in, or you look at him, you don't knock. That is how small it was. Meanwhile, he initiated a project of constructing the befitting bishop's residence with a beautiful view of Lake Victoria. That's the current one. And when he was asked why he was not in a hurry to enter the house, which was partially completed, but more comfortable than where he was, he said he was not building a house for himself, but for the residents. He was building the residence for the future bishops of Homa Bay Diocese, him as the founder. Again, he prioritized the welfare of the clergy in the diocese. Even as he continued to live in the small apartment, he initiated the construction of priest houses in the parishes, especially he completed the one of Rarua and Nyarongi, and others as well. And he had plans to do similar structures in all the parishes so that priests would be happy as they live together and serve the people of God. He listened and respected the sentiments of the laity of this diocese. He gave them equal opportunities and interacted with them and acknowledge their role in the life of the diocese. Sometimes as clergy we're a little bit jealous, but that's by the way. They will remember him as lay people in this diocese as a great preacher, a humble and simple shepherd. To finish with St. Paul's message, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. So Bishop Okok would also say, we would say he has fought the good fight, he has finished the race, he has kept the faith. May the merciful Lord reward him with unfading peace and love in his eternal kingdom, never to suffer anymore.